Hey everyone, it's Mariah. I am excited to see you on here tonight. I want to talk about why you can stop feeling guilty about being a little discontent. So, if you're anything like me, you want a lot in life. You want a lot in the world, you want a lot in your business, you want a lot in your professional ambitions and your family. This is a wonderful thing. Because of that, sometimes it can make us feel like we're maybe a little bit discontent with the status quo. But because of the way our minds work, this can often lead to a bit of a quandary. It can often lead to us also feeling a little bit guilty because if we're overly sensitive to really getting the most out of life, we're probably also pretty sensitive about making sure that we have the best moral compass and that we're living as grateful, happy, healthy people who are, recognizing all the wonderful gifts in the world. And so maybe we feel a little bit of a disconnect, almost like it's some moral failure or some spiritual failure if we are feeling a little bit discontent that things aren't where we want them to be. So I wanted to chat on here, just get your feel on this, get your take on that, because I think a little bit of discontent is actually a really good thing. And here's why. When we're a little bit discontent with our circumstances, that just means that we have the desire to make things better, right? It's not that we're ungrateful. It's that we know where things could be better, whether that's in our own life, whether that's in an industry, whether that's in our personal circumstances, whether that's just being fed up with the status quo of the American dream and maybe finding out that that's not exactly everything that we thought it was cracked up to be. So I just want to encourage you to stop feeling guilty when you notice that you're starting to feel a little bit discontent or wondering is this really where I saw myself, and is this really where I'm going to continue for the rest of my life? Am I okay with that? I want to just remind you that feeling of, this isn't quite right, is actually a good thing. So if anything, you should be proud of that feeling. Proud. So many of us stuff that down. I think a lot of people in society, I don't think we're alone. I think just being alive in the world today is a difficult thing in and of itself. Being able to try to keep your spirits up and keep perspective. And so I think a lot of people feel this way, but I think entrepreneurs in particular, and that's why I wanted to kind of have this conversation within. That's where I think that disconnect can be an asset because it can drive you to action. It can drive you to not just accept the status quo, to improve where things can be improved, and not just to accept that we just take whatever is given to us. Now, certainly we can't control everything, and this is where I think we also want to watch out for that other balance, because sometimes we try, and it takes us a long time to see any of the results from those efforts, or we might encounter a lot of resistance, or we might be getting the results and then we want more, which, not that there's anything wrong with that, that keeps driving us, but we also want to make sure that we are able to enjoy the things that we do have, that we are earning, that we are building for ourselves. So I understand that's a little bit of a dynamic that is just can be a little tricky. So I get it, the struggle is real, but what I would not want you to do is to feel guilty that somehow you're not appreciating what you have around you, or I know we want to be thankful for the things that we have. And I've been toying with this phrase a lot. I've heard, I don't know who originally said it, but the phrase, what we appreciate appreciates. So I really like that, and I don't think that means that you just need to settle for whatever you got and just make the best of it and bloom where you're planted and stay exactly with where that is. But I do think that shows that once you start developing more and more of the types of things that you want in your life, whether that's financial or purpose-driven or hobby or developing your body, I think it means being really, really celebratory of those small successes and those small things that you do have, and being able to truly enjoy them, because that can be a tendency when we're in this mode of always striving harder, of always working more, of always trying to accomplish the next big thing. That can be a drawback, not anything related to guilt, but something that just doesn't allow us to enjoy the things that we have earned and can appreciate. So, an example for entrepreneurs is, whether you're working a full-time day job or not, or just starting your business on the side as well, is celebrating, if you got your first sale, oh my goodness, that's huge. Don't be so frustrated that you're not yet on your 100th sale or your 1,000th sale. Make sure that you are stopping to appreciate those things, but that doesn't mean that that's all you ever want or all you ever need. Use that little bit of discontent. And I think this can probably for a lot of us play out for those who are working day jobs and they want a little bit more control of their life and more of the freedom that running their own business and the ability to make the impact that they know they can make. So use that little bit of discontent to fuel your dreams, to fuel your passion, to fuel the belief and the confidence and the power that you can have to make things different, to make things better, to change the world around you, and to change your own circumstances. I think that's really important. And then just celebrate each step along the way. Each step that you are making towards progress and towards that life that you want, celebrate that, enjoy it, soak it in. You work so dang hard for it. So that's where I think the appreciation comes in, is in recognizing those little stair steps that actually represent a whole lot of Herculean effort to just not only maintain the status quo, but rise above and beyond it. Because let's face it, just staying up with the status quo and the American dream, that can take all of the strength that we have just to come to status quo. Life is tough. Corporations are tough. I'm experiencing that now. I mean, the world can be a tough place to navigate. And so I think there's nothing wrong then if you're just keeping up with the status quo, and because that in and of itself is a major accomplishment. So be proud of yourself if you're not only just meeting the status quo, but going above and beyond that, wanting more out of life, being intentional, asking yourself, what is it, if you could change the things about the situation that you're in, what is it that you'd want? Continue asking those questions, continue to let that discomfort fuel you to pick apart those questions, although they're uncomfortable. We have a lot of people in our society that just push them away, that numb themselves, that think, well, this is just as good as it gets, so I'm just going to try to, just put those questions out of my mind. Embrace those tough, scary, sometimes uncomfortable questions and feelings, because that's going to be what really fuels you to come into the full, I think, spectrum of what you're able to do in the world. So I'm glad you joined this conversation. I know a few of you were able to hop on live. I am thrilled to see that. And I'd also love to hear your topics on this, or your thoughts on this topic. So this is definitely an area I'm still learning in and growing in. I know probably if you ask me the same question in another year about weighing contentness versus that drive to keep pushing on, probably in a year I'll have some different insights, but this is where I'm at now, and I'd love to hear yours, because I know this is probably something that you face now and have faced and will continue to face. So please drop your comments in the comment section below. We'll continue having this conversation, especially if you're catching the replay. I'd love to hear your thoughts too. So thank you, everyone. And I really, really want to encourage everyone to continue the conversation in the comments, because I know that you all are really amazing people and have a really big vision for the world and for yourself and your place in it. And I'd love to hear what some of your thoughts are on this topic too. So we always, and you've probably heard me use this phrase again, it's one I refer to a lot. It's from Lama Surya Das, and he says, if you're not here now, you'll never be there then. So I do like that concept of being appreciative of what you have, recognizing that what you have actually took a whole lot of darn work, even though it may not look like it from, external measures. Recognize what you have, appreciate what you appreciate, but never feel guilty about wanting more, about wanting better, about wanting to do more, be more. But just remember to be appreciative when you are able to reach even that next tiny little step, because hey, you worked so hard for that. I want you to appreciate it, to savor it, to enjoy it, and to use that as fuel to continue making your mark. Thank you, everyone. We are moving now towards a 5:45 Pacific time chat every Tuesday. Now, most of the time they're going to be on the Elevate Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Elevate Mobile Fitness. So you can share the conversation with anyone else that you would think would benefit from it. I wanted, because I knew we might touch on like day jobs and things that were maybe sensitive topics we didn't want publicly accessed. That's why I wanted this one in here for now. But make sure that you like that page if you haven't already, and I'd love to see you here every Tuesday at 5:45 Pacific, 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern. I am so appreciative of you. Speaking of being appreciative, I think I have the absolute best people here in this community. I'm really, really thankful for you. And you all make me feel like a rock star because this is doing exactly what I want to be doing. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.